Hello, Internet. My name is Joseph. I am joined by
Gregor?
and we are recording videos from the FDB Store Championship from the Ottawa Gatineau meta.
In 2015, although the player's maths here might suggest otherwise.
In fact, playing for the fancy kit playmat. So on the left, we have Hany playing Near Earth Hub. On the right, we have Alex playing Noise. Hany's showing us quite a nice opening hand with 2 sure gambles and a wraparound. Looks like Alex decided to mulligan.
And this is round 6 of the Swiss round, so we had 17 players for this tournament. So this is the last round of Swiss.
After this, it cut to the top 8. We'll have a few videos from that as well. Both of these players, I believe, made it to the top 8. Well, I guess if they hadn't, we probably wouldn't be showing this video.
Probably not table 1, yeah.
Yeah, probably not the top table otherwise.
So deck is cut, and let's hope he gets something better than the first time, because that was a pretty straight up mulligan. He didn't even show it.
He's got his cash, he's got an ace-ops, he's got a pretty nice start.
I think he saw Darwin in there.
So Hany will hedge fund for a cool 4 credits.
And he's already installed something.
Yeah.
And a piece of ice.
Over R&D. Goes to Alex, who will cash.
For the money.
For a net of 2 credits. He's got an inject in hand, it looks like. We know he has an ace-ops and a wild side, so click 2 wild side. Click 3 ace-ops. That's you could not ask for a better hand after a mulligan in a Noise deck than that. So
it looks like Hany pulls another. Oh, I thought it was a piece of ice. Maybe not, but it looks like he just drew a Beal.
So he installs, gets a card, installs, and plays his other hedge fund. So Alex is staring at 3 blank servers.
It seems unlike Hany to just drop an unprotected Beal on the table.
It's true.
But maybe he's getting more wily as the day goes by.
They've been playing for several hours at this point, so who knows what crazy things they might do. So click 1, Alex will inject.
I think by this point in the day, most people had played. There was some talk going around about Alex's deck, because it was horribly irritating to play against. So I think Hany may have a little clue here that it's a bit of a long setup. So that might influence his decision to drop something out undefended.
That's probably true. It's against this kind of deck. It's a good idea to just score as quickly as you can.
Oh, goes for it. And he steals the Beal. Had a good feeling about it. That was a very...
He was psychic. Yeah.
Very lucky pull.
Yeah.
And I think Hany just drew an agenda there.
Yeah, we'll see if he's willing to install his Astro also naked.
He installs
2 cards.
I think he's just going for it. I think he's just going for it at this point.
So Alex will take 2 cards of the wild side, including Progenitor.
He's got to get those viruses all set up.
Yeah. So what Alex is playing here, so we'll install his daily casts, is a deck that revolves around Chicana. So what he really is hoping he can do is get a Hive Mind out and get some Chicanas out and just make it as hard as possible for the Corp to score agendas.
Yeah, and he's running Virus Breeding Ground and Incubator, I think, so he's got tons of ways to move those tokens over, and once he gets it set up, it's just a nightmare, especially for NEH Fast Advance. But Hany manages to sneak that first one through, so that's a good start for him. And he's got some money on the table, which must feel good.
So Alex will draw 2 with his wild side, including a Virus Breeding Ground. So that's important. That's a key part of his combo he needs to get out.
Yeah, and he wants to put that down early.
But I guess the problem against NEH is, now that that's installed, if Hany decides he wants to sneak out a breaking news, then that can be a key part of his combo is gone. Of course, there's Deja Vu. It's not the end of the world. There is certainly going to be a lot of recursion in that deck.
Speaking of which,
there's a clone chip. So Hany's looking into the heap to see what exactly can Alex clone chip. And deciding on his own moves, he'll take 2 credits from his pad campaigns. Off to a very good start. We'll install, which gets him a card, which looks like... I can't see. Actually, I thought it was a pad campaign. No, I don't think so. Oh, Sweeps Week. So Alex will take 2 cards from Wildside, including Deja Vu.
I didn't see the other one there, but he's going to look. He's probably going to pull back that cash. Maybe if he had 2.
Maybe if he had 2.
I think you really want to get that Grimoire out before you...
He has a Gravedigger in there, though, which I think he wants.
And he's going to do it. So
cash, and will it be the Gravedigger or will it be something else? And Imp. That's certainly a good call against this deck.
What deck is it not good against?
I suppose there is no deck that Imp is not good against.
And
Hany
he's
will
going to pull something back.
Yeah. Removes Jackson from the game to take back 3 mystery cards.
And Alex just tossed his Darwin and Parasite in there, so does he have another Deja Vu in hand?
Well, he also has the clone chips, so he has enough recursion that he's not too concerned with a lot of this. I think he also isn't interested in running Hany Centrals, so the Darwin isn't really doing any good right now.
True.
With no Ice Rez, the Parasite's useless, so... So, Hany...
He's going to need that stuff back eventually. I think Darwin is his only way to get in.
I think so. Or Parasite, frankly. Once his Hive Mind is on the table, Parasite can do a lot of damage very quickly.
So he's got another clone chip. And I'm assuming that agenda over there is NEPD.
Or you could just be trying to make it look like it's an NAPD to make Alex, oh, but he's going to run it. And Enigma, so he will lose a click. So he cannot get that agenda this turn.
Which probably
No, actually, he probably can. Oh no, he cannot, because if he installs Darwin right now, it will not be strong enough. So instead, he will install Imp. So it is now Hany, who will take 2 credits from his pad campaigns, take a mandatory draw, and will probably score whatever that agenda is.
Or not.
Or
he
not.
installs a new remote. And...
Oh, was it a bluff? And it's a Beal. So he was bluffing the NAPD.
Huh.
So it is now 4-2 for Hany. Alex will sell the empty cash to Aesop for 3 credits. He gets a token on his Virus Breeding Ground. He gets 2 cards from Wildside. So what he really needs at this point, he has a Progenitor out, so he needs to find his Hive Mind. And he needs to find Grimoire, or at least he would like to find a Grimoire. He's going to trash a pad campaign with one of his Imp tokens, and he's going to run R&D.
Wraparound.
He'll be denied by Wraparound. I don't believe he has a Fractor in his deck, so Wraparound will be expensive.
That could be a problem.
Well, only if he actually plans on making R&D a place he wants to get into badly. And I don't feel that's really the point of his deck.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Another Astro. That is trouble. I
Yeah.
think Alex is just having too slow a start in this game
I think
to
so.
really make it work.
Though it seemed like he had a wonderful opening with Wildside and Aesop. And Cash, frankly. Like, it's hard to ask for a better hand if you want to dig through your deck quickly as Noise. Even the Injector early on. But NEH is just very fast. Very hard to keep up with in this kind of race.
Especially when you're not waiting to get any ice or sands out before you start scoring those things.
It's true. If you're willing to put your agendas out naked when the runner only has 3 clicks because of Wildside, you can go fast. So Alex really needs to put some pressure on quickly. He might want to consider actually selling that Wildside soon to give himself 4 clicks and more options. And I don't know if he's put a token on that Virus Breeding Ground in quite a while, actually.
I think he may have missed this turn. I think he got it last time.
It's not really a big deal usually in these decks. All you need is 1 or 2 on a virus.
Well, you can only move one at a time, right? So.
Yeah, exactly. So he's running HQ and Hany declines to res.
And
Possibly signaling no agendas in hand. But Alex will imp the Enigma. And he will run HQ again.
using the ring?
Using his dice ring random number generator to decide what card to look at. It is a Jackson and he will trash it.
That feels good.
Yeah.
Now the question is, if either of those 2 face-down cards are another Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't think the one closest to HQ is, because when Hany was looking before for his Jackson to res it, he looked at that one and then put it back down. So I'm really curious to see what that card is. It might be a trap, maybe a Psychic Field. We've seen him play that.
Yeah.
In fact, there was one in the trash.
Yeah, and 2 Jacksons in the trash. So Hany has at most 1 Jackson remaining.
And there's a daily business show.
So if he can find the last Astro, then this game is over.
If he can find
anything, actually. If he can find anything but NAPD, this game is over.
Oh, and there's an NEH. Of course. Always when you don't want it.
Yeah. And now Alex is in the uncomfortable situation where he has to run any remote that Hany puts down. So is that the NAPD? And he gets a card?
You know, not a bad move to just install the NAPD naked, because he can just use the Astro token and score it out.
And a hedge fund. Yeah, all he needs is 1 turn if Alex leaves it out for 1 turn. So is this where Alex sells Wildside? Because he has 3 clicks. He has to check. No, he sells a cash. He has to check at least 2 remotes.
Mm-hmm. And does he have any way to get past that Enigma? I think that one's the bluff, right? I think Hany's put the NAPD down undefended. I could be wrong, but I think he's playing extra reckless this game.
He has no clone chips, so you're right. I think there's no way for him to actually get behind that Enigma. So click 1, I've had worse to draw 3 cards. I've had worse is a wonderful card. Click 2. Well, he's considering.
He's only got 2 clicks left.
I got 2 clicks left.
And he's not going to go for it. So I think that's probably game.
As long as one of those 2 remotes are an NAPD, then Hany's won.
And that Parasite should come out with 1 token on it. We'll see if he remembers.
Yeah. Though it probably doesn't matter.
But Hany reminds him anyway.
Hany reminds him anyway. So he looks at 2 cards with the DBS.
And
he advances, uses the token, NAPD for the game.
Perfect. Well played.
And Alex's engine could just not get off the ground quick enough.
And Hany was playing very recklessly that game. I've never seen that out of him. And the one behind the ice was a Sansan, so he was feeling pretty good about it anyway.
Yeah.
Excellent game.
Well, thank you for watching. We will... The end.
We will the end. Love it.